Hey everyone, hello, welcome to another breakdown of a chapter of Neville Goddard's Your Faith is Your Fortune. So, I just did a live on answering a viewer question as to why most astrologers do not share their birth data, birth time, and information freely. And I said, the person in the question said it's something to do with hexes and curses and things. So I said it can. And the main understanding from that comes from the idea that basically, if somebody wants something, they can use your birth chart to siphon it from you and the limitations of that kind of thinking. And so, if you think that, there's a shortage of things, then you're only ever going to experience the shortage of things. And if there's an abundance of things, you will only ever experience the abundance of things. And I left this out and I knew I was forgetting something. So maybe it was supposed to be video, but who knows? We're going to cover the chapter, To Him That Hath. All right. So, To Him That Hath, basically, he breaks it down like this. Man's ignorance of the working law does not excuse him or save him from the results. The law, um, lordship or lord, is interchangeable with the word law. So if you understand, like, so saith the Lord, it's like, so says the law. This is the law. This is how things work. Okay. And God gave us prophets to show us that, if we don't control our tongue, if we gossip, if we waste our energy, they say worrying is, asking for what you don't want or praying for what you don't want, things like that. And even explains prayer really, really nicely. So I was talking to a friend about this as well, about prayer, just, what is it, Tuesday? So it was last week. How you're supposed to, or was it yesterday? I don't know. I don't know where I am. It's exam season. Basically, you're supposed to uh, pray as though you already have it and you shall. Okay, so anyway, so speaking of this, basically, the summation of the video that I did the live is, if you really think that this is necessary for you to have an ounce of that happiness and a penny of their fortune, a little bit of the love or something, then you're trapped in your own limitation of what is possible. You think that there's always a price for something. There's no price. You are a child of the creator. Everything in his kingdom belongs to you. You just claim it. You just take it, not stealing, but it's rightfully yours if you desire it, because that desire was put in your heart by the one that made you. So everything that man accepts as true leaves an impression on his consciousness and must in time be defined as proof or disproof. A man must discipline himself to hear only that which he wants to hear, regardless of rumors or evidence of his senses to the contrary. This law never fails. Fully conditioned, man becomes incapable of hearing other than what contributes to his desire. So I can't even tell you how many times people have said Tinder is only for hookups, and how many I know more couples that have been married off of Tinder than have hooked up on Tinder. Okay. I know people have said the job market's really bad and it's not a good time to do anything. It's a good time to go back to school for a few years. And someone said, I want to do this, da, 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 and they just didn't listen. It didn't affect them. And they ended up getting an amazing salary package, moving, whatever, And I think in this climate, who's even doing that? Lots of people, because they've conditioned themselves that their belief and their faith that what they want will be given to them is stronger than rumors, the morning news, the gossip on the radio. I'm trying to take a social media break while I'm studying now, and honestly, every time I go on now, I feel sick to my stomach. It's like I can't see anything nice. It used to be like 9 videos out of 10 were funny kitten videos that I love so much, and now it's like 1 in 10. The other nine are fear, lack, fear mongering, paranoia. It's a lonely world. Everyone's corrupted. Everyone's stupid. Everyone's bad. Everyone's dumb. Like, oh my, it's like an assault to my senses. It's like so emotionally violent. So you have to filter that out, okay? God, as you have discovered, is that unconditioned awareness that gives you all that you are aware of being. So if you are, let's say, you're paranoid of hexes and things, that's what you're aware of. So that's all that you can really discover or find or believe. You have to transcend that, okay? So here we go. Luke 8:18, here in the book it says, Take heed therefore how ye hear, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken even that which he seemeth to have. So if you are in the feeling, if you are in the belief that things are only ever taken from you, even that which you don't have will be taken from you. So say you're looking for a job and all you can experience is joblessness. That's all you talk about, that's all you think about, and you see that there's an opportunity, it will just miss you. It won't even come your way. It'll just Tokyo drift out of your line of vision and go and find someone else. Okay. So I'm going to read a more different wording here. Luke 8:18 again. Therefore, consider carefully how you listen. Consider carefully. So you've heard me say this jokingly, and I've heard other people say it jokingly. They'll see something in the media, this whatever, this celebrity cheated on their partner and then they got into a fight, but this person was pregnant, and then this person came out and said this and this. Did you hear that? Isn't that incredible? I've said I'm sure that's happening. I don't want that in my spirit. I mean that. I don't want that in my spirit. I don't care who it's happening to. I don't like to slow down and look at car crashes. I just don't want that in my spirit. I don't know. If I was in their position, I wouldn't want that for myself. But listen, it says, therefore, consider carefully how you listen. Not what you listen to or who you listen to. How. Tune it out. Tune it out. Someone says, that is the only way that you are going to find a job. You have to catch a bird with your own hands, pluck the fifth feather that you find. I'm making fun. Um, for some people, ritual really works because that's where they're at and they have good intention. For some people, if it's done out of fear and limitations, like, why are you doing all that? How you listen. Okay, so listen carefully how you listen. Tune that out. I can just get the thing I want. I don't got to do all that. I don't got to pay you any money. That's why I always said too in my readings, I said I don't charge for remedies because it takes, truthfully, I'm not putting like morals or ethics on it. That's just how I operate. Okay, it takes me no more time, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, to find the issue in the chart, and instantaneously as I see that, I know the solution. It takes me no more time to diagnose it. I just give it freely. That's what I would want done for me. That's what I do to others, okay? So consider how you listen. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what they think they have, will be taken from them. So again, therefore consider carefully how you listen. Whoever has will be given more, and whoever does not, even what they think they have will be taken from them. Which basically again reiterates like gratitude and praise, because if you're happy with what you have, you will be given more. If you're miserable about what you don't have, you will just take L's nonstop. Okay, so to him then hath it shall be given. Good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. Man receives multiplied 100-fold that which he is aware of being. And then I mentioned a bit that I have a friend who's really paranoid for no good reason, and they will believe that black eye is real or evil eye is real, black magic, gossip, hexes, curses, this and that. Wish it, always under attack, always paranoid, wish it and do it to others, and then go to mass and think that their sins are absolved for a hot minute, and then go back and do it again and have it done to them again, because that's all you are aware of having. So you will get it more. You want some, you got it, you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? So, okay, so the poor get poorer for this reason. You can only magnify that which you are conscious of being. So again, if you really believe that the only way that you can get what you want is to siphon off of from other people's birth charts, you're doing that to yourself. And that's just a limited way of living life. You could just have it all, right? Divide the wealth of the world equally among all men, and in a short time, this equal division will be as originally disproportioned. I've heard this lots of times from many, many teachers, because it's a matter of consciousness. It's not a matter of the actual thing. So a tool is used based on how you use it, for good, bad, or completely ineffective, okay? All right. I come I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Nothing is actually destroyed. Any seeming destruction is a result of change in consciousness. So here's another one. People will say, I went to this person, they told me, or I believe that I would get a promotion because I really wanted more money. But then I got fired. So nothing's gone wrong. That job was not for you. The job with the more money, with the better conditions, is coming. That was a necessary step to get you from here to there, because you had a change in consciousness, which means that nothing's actually ever gone wrong and you're not cursed. It just appears that way momentarily if you're down. And this is an important thing too to understand. How we react to life, I think, is something that's not discussed enough. We should probably do like a whole discourse on it. But anytime something happens or anytime you learn something, your job is to respond to it. Okay, so your job is to plan your move, basically. So if you see something you don't prefer, so I was in my neighborhood walking um, in the first week of September, Labor Day weekend, and someone ran a stop sign as I was crossing the road, and they saw me, and they kind of paused and jerked the car a few times, like trying to get. And I walk fast, but they were like intimidating me. Obviously, it's a crime, like they're threatening me. And I thought, I got so upset. I didn't say anything. I just got so upset. And I thought I would love to like report them because that's like very dangerous. Maybe somebody else would have, but I just thought, it's between them and their God. I can't be bothered with this. And then guess what? It happened to me last week again. But this time, not in the same, it wasn't the same driver and it wasn't the same violent manner. I just saw someone kind of like rush through a stop sign, basically. And I thought, look at my change in consciousness that I'm so much happier 6 months later now that doesn't, I can't explain it. It's not like I'm permitting dangerous driving or anything like that, but I didn't take it personally. So it didn't like attack me. Does that make sense? So that's basically how it works. Anyway, claim yourself to be that which you want fulfilled. Claim yourself to be that which you want filled full. Nothing is destroyed, all is fulfilled. To him that hath, it shall be given. Once again. So really, really wonderful. And I love the use of the word fulfill and fulfillment because as I'm scrolling through, shout out to Jenna, as I'm scrolling through the Bible, I have found the words fulfillment and fulfillment of scripture. So in Neville's work, when he said fulfilled and things like that, I think the thing about responding to life is to experience life, right? So if you think about something that happened, you respond negatively to it, you get more. And because I see what happened, I responded negatively in September to that experience. It hurt me for like 2 days. I was really upset. I was like, there's little kids around here and it's a holiday, it's dark, people are running around with their sparklers and fireworks. I thought that's really dangerous. It just like upset me. It upset me somebody could be so willfully reckless and irresponsible, okay? And then 7 months later, 6, 7 months later, I thought about it happened again, but I didn't respond to it. I just felt really neutral. So I neutralized that. And then it will probably not, God willing, not be something that I witness for all the days of my life. But basically, it's up to you how you fulfill that opening. So if you wake up, let's go back to the job example, and you want a job, fill yourself up with positive things. So let's say you're thinking, I can't fill my time because I don't have work. So I'm broke, but think of it like just flip it around in your mind. Say, I'm time rich. I'm asset poor. I'm time rich. I can walk in the park. I can watch the sunrise. I can meditate. I can read. I can journal. Just like try your best. Sometimes it's not a miracle. Sometimes it's not overnight, but it is a matter of practice. You're responding to life every day. So that's something I'm becoming a lot more conscious and aware of because for the longest time, I just assumed, basically whatever happens, it's like an event or a happening and I respond to that particular thing, like the stop sign incident. But now I'm noticing it's everything. It's how am I excited to go make my cup of coffee in the morning or am I begrudgingly like carrying my body to the kitchen, like slumped over? And it's like, oh, it's another thing to do to start the day. And then I do that to myself. And then everything feels like a chore for the rest of the day. On the days that I spring out of bed, and I'm like, ooh, I get to go make coffee. How fun. I could stand in the kitchen for 5 minutes or whatever, everything seems like a fun adventure. There was a lineup at the library. I had to print a lot of stuff for my exams. And I was like making a study package. And it's so funny because it happened a week exactly. It was on a Monday and there was like a line to use the printing station or whatever it's called. And I was like, oh, and this lady took forever. I was like, good Lord, you know what I mean? And then exactly a week later, I went to an even busier library and there was an even longer line. And for some reason, this was fun to me. I was enjoying watching people get what they needed. I was so happy. I was sitting there, I was thinking, I'm so glad we have this resource available to us. Look at all these different ages, all these different people, print whatever it is, their tax forms or their visa applications or their school things, or their rental agreement. I just thought, look at all these productive, responsible people in the world. Like it just made me so happy. I just couldn't explain it. It's so stupid, but you have to choose how you respond to life. So it's every single day. Watching me like, I'm going to respond to this video. It was ass. I'm like, oh my bad. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, that's the whole thing. To him that hath shall be given and to him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he does not have. So just start focusing on that. I am the one who has. I have this. I have that. You claim it as though you already have it and it shall be given unto you. So don't ask for it. Just assume that you have it. You appropriate it in your consciousness. You appropriate it in your spirit. And that's tying into the live that I just got off basically, which is you don't have to go through any human channels. You don't have to burden yourself. You just assume it and the divine delivers it. And that's the way it goes. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for reaching out and supporting me while I'm getting through another bout of education. I love you all so much. Bye for now.